No, I know I'm being sarcastic again, but doesn't this make sense? We try to motivate other people. You know, we say, hey, come down the pub with me, you know, this afternoon. If you get this job done, I'll buy you a triple tequila and carrot juice. Right, okay, I'll buy you a raspberry cordial with vodka. Okay. Oh, what would you like?
5 pints and a taxi home.
Fine, done. Fine. Look, what would it be like? This is quite serious now. We're getting down, and you know, Ian's my boss. Ian's my boss, and I come into Ian's office, and I came into your office and said, no, sorry, I'm your boss. I'm your boss. Yeah. And I come into your office and say, well, you come to mine, and I say, look, Ian, it seems like we haven't been, I don't know, clicking lately. Something's just not working out. You know, we had this little sort of tiff the other day about stuff, and you know, you seemed a bit upset with what I said. Is it me? Is there something that I'm doing that's causing this rift? Or what would you like? You know, how would you like our working relationship to go forward, and what do you want to get out of it? It's important for me that we're all happy in this. If your boss came down and said that to you, or the person you're trying to negotiate with, or the person who's trying to get you to change your behaviour, how would you feel about that person? After the surprise, how would you feel about them? Yeah, just being honest and open and calm and saying, look, this is not fun for you and for me. And this is you know, and I had a disagreement with this business partner the other day, and we're still working on it. Because we're going back and saying, right, we'll meet again, and we've got to sort through this. We've got to make it work for both of us. So my life's not perfect because I teach all this stuff. It's exactly the same as yours, except what I find is easier now is that I've got a toolkit to work on it. And the main tool is, let's just be open and honest and calm and say, and the question is, what do you want out of this? Yeah? So, great thing, what do you want? What's the motivating factor? Now, what are we doing now? Standing back. It's also the end of the Vista model. What are we doing? Assessing. Yep. So we're assessing. What are we assessing? Now, quite simply, is the trust still there? Now we're at the end of the project. Okay, are we okay? Are we okay over this? I know we had some hassles in the start, and I know we had to change a few things, but are we okay now? Did we reach the objective? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we reached the objective. And here is the most important part. Apply the motivating factor. Why? Have you ever been promised something and they didn't deliver? What happens to the trust level if the motivating factor is not delivered, whether it's positive or negative? Why do you run around and sit on chairs when I say the last one to sit down? Only because several times I have enforced the forfeit. So you trust that I'll enforce the forfeit. And if I said I was going to give you 10 quid, based on the trust levels and the other things, I probably would. So are you that trustworthy in your relationships? Being really honest with yourself, are you that trustworthy?
How does it work though, if you're trying to sort of...
Trying is probably the problem, yeah.
If someone keeps, you know, won't meet you halfway basically in what you're trying to achieve, like we tried today, I mean, just by saying no is not it, but you know, you're still not getting your motivation factor and you're not getting a clear common ground between both of you. You've tried and tried. What else can you do?
Oh, give up, yeah.
No,
anyway.
Because it is hard. It is hard.
Yeah, you're right, it's hard.
Sometimes...
No, you're right, it's hard.
Is it hard?
No! It is difficult because some people don't like confrontation, and I'm one of those people. I don't.
So, do you have to do it in a confronting manner?
No, not at all.
Okay, so what is missing? Let's open to the group. What's missing? If someone's still, you think you've tried, you think this is you've tried everything. Have you tried everything? Have you tried everything? No, you haven't got to the thing that works. Something. Can you all link your?
Motivates that person to give in.
Can you link your hands like this, please? Or link your hands like this. Just comfortably. Okay. And if you've got your right thumb on top, please raise your hands in the air. Look at that, just look at that, yeah, link them, right thumb on top, just look at these people, great, put them down. If you've got your left thumb on top, please raise your hands up. Well, that first group are wrong, aren't they? These people are all idiots, it's stupid, it's, yeah. This is the way you do it, left thumb on top is the right way to do it, right thumb on top is stupid. Actually, it's not quite about that, so unlink them, and then move them across one notch, and end up with the opposite thumb on top. All right, you got it? Yes?
Yeah.
What's it feel like?
Strange.
Strange? Uncomfortable? Okay. Could I ask you to, imagine I'm asking you this question. Could I ask you to leave it there till 6 o'clock tonight, please, just like that? No. I've got to know. I've tried everything here. I've been trying to get her to do this. Everything I've tried. Everything. Well,
Sorry. It's fine.
yeah, is it back the wrong way? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Could I ask you to leave it there? Could I ask you to leave it there? Tell you what, I know what you're trying to do here. If you leave it till 6 o'clock tomorrow night, just like that, I'll give you £500.
So it means I've got to stay in the same position until tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Oh.
£1,000. I'll give you £1,000.
Good, more money.
I'll give you £5,000.
All right.
Now, that's what I was just going to say, yeah, cheap, cheap, cheap. Yeah. Like a giant budgerigar, cheap, cheap. Yeah. So, might you encounter some problems along the way?
Yeah, probably.
Can you envisage any problems you might have between now and 6 o'clock tomorrow night with your hands linked like that? So, how could you ensure that you wouldn't let go of your hands? How could you ensure that you wouldn't just, like you did, scratch your nose a minute ago and let go and lose your £5,000? How could you ensure that? You can't. No, he's right. You can't do it. You can't. Tell me, how could she ensure that her hands stayed together until tomorrow night?
So do it.
Tape them, strap them, tie them. Could you do that?
Could do.
Didn't even consider that option, did you? But you might have lost the £5,000. What if I said to you that someone you love and care about, this is serious, if someone you love and care about is going to be harmed unless you did that until 6 o'clock tomorrow night, what would you do?
I'll do that straight away.
Straight away. What would you do to ensure that you just didn't accidentally let go?
I'll just have that thought in my head.
Right, but
Nothing of harming someone like that.
oh right, okay. But what if you just
More than enough.
be more than enough? But how would you ensure that you didn't sort of accidentally sneeze and your hands fall apart? What could you do? What are the options?
Tie them together.
Tie them together, tape them together, strap them together, super glue them together. If it was that important, would you do it?
Yes.
What's the moral of the story?
Depends on what the motivation is.
Yeah, you've heard all the stories about women lifting cars off kids and all sorts of things, people doing superhuman things. What's that about? There's always a motivating factor. If this, okay, for example, if this person, would they change their behaviour if they're going to get £100,000 for it?
Yes.
Yes, they would, wouldn't they? Yeah, and this is going to the ridiculous to prove a point. Would they? So somewhere between where you are now and giving them £100,000 is where you need to go, financially or metaphorically, to get them to the point where they will do it. You just haven't found out, because you haven't tried £100,000 yet, have you?
I'm sorry?
You haven't tried £100,000.
No.
No. So I was saying we haven't tried everything. I'm not saying suggesting £100,000 is the answer. I'm suggesting that there is an answer. You haven't found it yet. Like, go on.
May motivate her to do that. Maybe she doesn't have the motivation to go further than she has.
Right. Yeah. What's the motivation for you?